So I became pregnant my sophomore year. I was 16 years old. I was trying out for the cheer team, so I was mostly involved in that. I didn't find out I was pregnant until I went for my physical after I had made the team. And I went with alongside my mom, and that's when we found out that I was 5.5 months pregnant. By the time I came back from my pregnancy, it was the same thing too. Everyone knew I just had a kid, and she was more of the spotlight instead of focusing on my academic side. So teachers were mostly like, how is the baby doing? And I wish they would have asked me like, how are you doing? Towards the end of my junior year, we were told that we had to have an internship for our upcoming senior year at school. And through one of my Camino Nuevo staff, they did tell me that there was a paid internship offered at Bresee, and it was Goals for Life, which many people try to apply to.
I saw in Lizeth a girl who was just looking for a chance. She was wanting to be a leader, and she wanted to be a social worker, and she wanted to kind of affect change in other people the same way that people were able to do with her. That's like the perfect kid, if you ask me. The kid who wants to be more, but wasn't really given that chance from the get-go.
We were required to apply to 4 Cal States, 4 UCs, and 4 privates. I got into all of them except Santa Barbara. I got rejected on my birthday, and so knowing that my rejection to Santa Barbara happened, I did feel really bad about myself, because I was like, there's no way I could get into UCLA, which was my dream school since I was a little girl. My family knew it, but we never really spoke about actually going to college. So it was always just like my secret dream to attend, and when I got in, it was the best feeling in the world.
It was important for me to maintain a relationship with Lizeth just because I really adore her. Once she started reaching out more, just beyond school stuff, with life stuff, I knew that we had just a special relationship.
The relationship I had with Cho was the most important to me. She would constantly check in on me. Something as simple like, did you eat breakfast? Are you alive during finals and midterms? I feel like that meant the world to me, because nobody else was asking me that. And my mother was scared about asking me how I was doing in college. So for Cho to fill in that gap during a time that she knew exactly what it meant to be in higher education, that was the best support system I could get. I ended up finishing my degree within 3 years. I was a sociology major with a double minor in education and Chicano studies. I knew I just wanted to go straight into grad school. From fall all the way till spring, I was doing graduate applications and submitting, and towards my spring quarter, I ended up finding out that I got into USC, and I ended up committing to attending. I knew I always wanted to be a social worker, and I knew I had to get a master's, so I just kind of wanted to get through it as soon as possible rather than to take breaks.
She knew that she didn't want her daughter to have the life that she had. She wanted more for her, and so that meant she just killed it day after day at UCLA and now at USC, just working and grinding, you know. I am just glad to be part of the journey, just because she's an amazing young lady.
I hope my daughter learns that she could always trust me and be open, but I want her to take away that in order to get where you want in life, you have to have a strong mindset and know what you want and be hardworking. You're gonna have downfalls, but at the end of the day, you could overcome them. Even if it takes the time, or even if you're not going down the route you want to, there could always be change within that route. And the only person that can make the change is herself. I want to go into social work because I have a personal experience within the system being involved in social services. I know that you can't help every kid out there, and it's not a social worker's job to save them, but it is their job to go in and be that support system when it's needed. And I feel like Cho stepped into my life when I most needed it. And maybe if I didn't have that protective factor, I don't know what would have become of me. Or having a home like Bresee really meant everything. And to be able to fall back and tell them, like, thank you for everything you've done to me, it's the best feeling in the world to know that I could come here and be welcomed every day.